lot of our services end up coming together is through the business professionals who nurture everybody through the process. So some things may start with me and end up with our SBTDC. We might come across a small business that's an offshoot of an existing business and work with the Central Michigan University Research Corporation to get them started up and commercialized and accelerated onto their own process.
CMURC is a business accelerator. We're really here to create that culture and environment for entrepreneurs to thrive. So when people come to us, they might have an idea. And then from there, what we try and do is make things happen. So there's all kinds of components that they need to pull together. There could be manufacturing, there could be different pieces in the supply chain. So we help kind of round all those pieces together.
We've had a person from Frontier Communications say that it was one-stop shopping. So she was able to come into the city office, meet with the chamber, meet with the DDA, meet with the zoning officials, meet with the city manager, all at one visit.
Not only do we have Michigan State locally here, but we have a lot of other businesses that are more than willing to help out. It's not like everybody lives in their own little cocoon in Meridian area. We all work together.
The City of Sterling Heights acts as a connector for employers by providing different training opportunities. We also help connect them with other agencies. A lot of times we come across businesses that just don't know what the next step might be.
Our chamber does a program, a networking program called BRAG Business Resource Alliance Groups. We have 13 of them active, that over 300 of our members involved with them, and most of those are small businesses.
I joined the Business Roundtable with Wayne Emke just because I wanted to learn more, is basically what it was about, and to be involved in our community here. Number one, what can I do to help give back to the community, but what also can the community do for myself and my business?
STURGIS went through a huge setback several years ago with industries closing and industries moving out of town and a lot of people out of work. And Generate STURGIS is a positive force. It's a positive force to kind of drive out that negativity about all that loss and share all the great, awesome things that are going on in town.
STURGIS 2022 is basically a strategic planning process, but what made it unique is our engagement of the community and the efforts that we made to go out and talk to people and listen to them. We ended up with a couple different focus areas. One was that STURGIS would be a great place to do business, and of course one of those goals within the focus area was to be a premier place for entrepreneurs.
Well, we have a plan. We've identified what our city needs to move forward in the future and attract new business and entrepreneurs, and we've prioritized them with STURGIS 2022.
The Economic Development Department has been, I would say, the #1 resource for us, and I would think that's a great place to start for any business. What I like about it in particular is that it's very approachable, like an open door type of policy.
You have experienced managers in Heights to be good listeners to our needs. The city is has been very helpful. They give us initial tax rebate. That's always helpful and welcome, of course, to make these decisions. But also in the whole approval process and getting permits, they were very helpful.
We came to Tecumseh because of the city of Tecumseh. We looked at buying several businesses 2.5, 3 years ago, and including out of state. We were comfortable with the group in Tecumseh, the leadership, and felt that their cooperation along with the state of Michigan would give us the greatest value long term so we could grow the business.
The specific example that I love to use of collaboration is actually the addition that we're standing in right now, because we did this. We initiated this at a time when business was not good, and we were looking toward the future, and we sat down with the people of Tecumseh and told them what we wanted to do. Any time that we talk to them, they're down here and they meet with us and we discuss it, and if it's something that the city can help us with, they've been accommodating for all 35 years that we've been located here.
The one encouraging thing that I've seen is they promote from the smallest business to the biggest business.
There really is an entrepreneurial spirit in Tecumseh. You feel like you can achieve and that it is possible. because of the city management being so on board and really helpful. And if you're not sure how to tackle something, they're very much willing to tackle it with you. Find out what are the steps, what do we need to do to get you to the next step.
So having the cities be supportive and flexible has provided our entrepreneurial spirit with a boost and allowed us to be flexible in the way we approach our customers.
The entrepreneur meetups have been something that are really great because it gets people in here. We actually meet here in this room and have a little bite to eat, and kind of it's a nice relaxed atmosphere where people just talk about business. You sort of have a support group for new entrepreneurs and for new ideas for current existing entrepreneurs.
The Economic Gardening Program in Midland is assistance that's provided through our Midland Tomorrow program. It's to help new businesses, first of all, review the area and check us out and see if we're the right fit for them, and we're fortunate that many of them have found that to be true.
They make everything easily available. When I first stopped in at the Mark, they were willing to give me all kinds of information, and I've met many people along the way, both in MABA and other service groups that have been very helpful in showing me the ropes, and that is what I needed as a business person to make my life a whole lot easier.
So the way that all the different stakeholders collaborate within the community is a lot of times a project will start with one organization and finish with another. So a lot of times I might be talking to a company or a person who has an idea, and that idea is eventually turned into a business plan by connecting them with one of our entrepreneurial resources. Then that turns into an acceleration project, and then that comes back around to me as a real estate project. So the way that we all work together and sort of pass the football to make sure that everybody gets exactly what they need from an entrepreneurial business standpoint, it allows us to work together and collaborate to add the most value to our entrepreneurs.
Matchmaking is an important part of our business development effort. We focus on that through a number of sources, first of which is our e-lounge, or our entrepreneur lounge, which is conducted in partnership with Big B Coffee.
It's a relaxed way to find out about entrepreneurship, whether you're already an entrepreneur, or whether you're investigating it, or whether you just want to come and connect to people and may get inspired being there.
Eco Bioplastics was looking for a partner in the US to expand out of Japan. So they looked for a partner and they found Michigan Molecular Institute.
Because we're a global Tier 2 supplier, we travel all over the world. And the one thing that we do is we try to encourage companies to do business with us, primarily because of our location. This is really the perfect location to supply products to the entire world.
Initially, the Buy Local program was created with the Chamber of Commerce and the DDA just to encourage community residents and visitors to purchase their items locally and put the money back in the local economy. And it kind of branched out that our manufacturers started taking the same concept to heart.
We always try to buy local. We certainly buy all of our hardware items from the local Emily City hardware store, and we buy our gas here. We eat here. We just feel that that's an important part of doing business in Emily City, is helping each other.
Buying local is super important to us. The more we support the local farmer, the more they support the local hardware store, the more they come back and support us. So it's really one cycle. It's like a life cycle of economy in this community.
Midland has a very technical workforce. They've had a lot of experience garnered through some of the larger companies in town, and those employees are available to us. It's a blessing to be in a town with such a technical workforce.
They recognize that Midland has unique characteristics and that we have a very well-educated and motivated workforce, and they will work with us in our planning and our zoning and our permit processing, because we all recognize that it's in all of our best interest to have business succeed. And the more people we have employed in the community, the better off we all are.
One of the key decision makers for us is that we see good schools, good colleges, so we can attract talent,
70% of our 40,000 residents all have a bachelor's degree or higher. When employers see that, I think that's a very attractive statistic because they want to go somewhere they know they can hire knowledgeable, experienced workers.